A nice, chill nuke job by the Miami Dolphins, 42-21. Fins are 5-1, first time in 21 years. This nice, chill nuke job was great for my heart. I like it. I enjoyed the nuke jobs we've had so far. It's been very relaxing. It was great to see Zach Thomas have his day of celebration for the Hall of Fame, run out there with his kids and have a nice, chill nuke job day, and the fans supporting him, the same thing. It was great. But guys, we have to be clear. This was a floor evaluation. The Miami Dolphins speed will liquefy any average to slightly above average team. And the speed separates the haves from the have-nots. And the Dolphins have so much speed, they can create so many big plays that if you just don't come right, you don't got the talent, you screw up, it's over. Now, this doesn't mean the same thing's going to happen as you get to the mid-level evaluations and the ceiling evaluations. This week against the Eagles will be a ceiling evaluation. But I am very certain, put my foot in the ground, that there is no average to slightly above average team that will beat the Dolphins unless they totally melt down in some epic way and the other team plays like lights out like you wouldn't believe. So when you go through the schedule, there's clear wins unless something unearthly happens. You look, the offense of the Panthers gives up, gets 294. Our defense allowed 296 yards. So, we're about average with the rest of the league. They put 11 points on. This week they put 14. It wasn't 21. 7 came from White. So the defense played pretty well, after the 14 points down, which was a little shocking. And the Twitterverse was up in an uproar. Yo, Fangio! There's still missed tackles. There's still some assignment issue missing. But you could see a little bit of pulling it together, especially on that front. And as we get Ramsey back, as we get Needham back, as Cam Smith eventually gets himself into the lineup, this back end is going to tighten up. And then we're going to see higher and higher level performances from this defense. But the meltdown over Fangio, it was ridiculous. They did a good job today. Christian Wilkins, 2 sacks. Some people are saying he's not worth, a song and a dance. Give him, $14 million. He's going to end up probably around 8 to 10 sacks, along with the awesome run stop. And his value is going to increase. He's going to be in the 20. I said that, and it's going to happen. So he really did well. The front did well. There was some run issues, but you got to remember, we play that 2 D lineman tight look with the 2 outside edge guys in the 5 technique, and we have 2 light linebackers behind him. And this is what Fangio does. He lets you run, and then he figures you out. Then he dials up some blitzes or the right play to get you off schedule. This is what we've seen. Now, obviously not in the Bills game, obviously not in the Chargers game, but for the most part, that's what we're seeing. But as the talent rises, he'll be able to do it to the better offenses. Now, their defense was giving 325 a game in yards. We put 440. They were giving up 140 on the ground. We did 162. Mostert's a good back. People, after he had the fumbles, like, get rid of this guy. It's like it's so funny. This guy's a good back. He made some great plays for us. I knew he could carry the load. I liked his ability to get up field inside. We had struggles in the run game. Despite this, we had like 6 tackles for loss. But the speed, one mistake, and you get hurt, and you get this. I mean, I think he had like a 50-yard run or a 45-yard run. So that skewed things a little bit. But this run game is what it's going to be, a pop-style run game. And because of the receivers, it creates that cushion where guys are playing off. And so we did what we had to do on defense. We exceeded the average of the league despite not being the best early on. But 42 points, this was a liquefaction. We've got to expect that. Now, the injuries, Howard has a groin thing, had the same thing last year. It's a little concerning. It's a little concerning. I felt bad for Brooks. He was doing pretty good. That one run went outside and just mushed the guy. I like to see that. I like the big back. I love the speed backs too, but I want a big back over here. Hate to see that. They're saying ankle, but he's on a card. He was grabbing his knee, so I don't know. Didn't look good. Sealer had a little bit of a ding. Hill had the hammy scared there for a second, but it was an IV. Waddle got a little jacked up a little bit. But on the face of it, the injuries weren't terrible. Brooks' thing does look like it could be a little bit of a long-term thing. I don't know about Howard. So the injury thing is there. I like Cameron Good's flap job. I thought that was good. Didn't like McDaniel early on with the 3rd and 1. He does the pitch outside. It was dead even if it was caught. Just run the football. But I think, too, he understood, as I said, that when you've got Derek Brown in front of Eichenberg, it's very difficult to run. And you go back and you watch Eichenberg on many, many runs was 3 and 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage because he was driven back. Now, he wasn't a factor in the pass game. He played well enough, but they were trying to attack the edges. They weren't really doing much work inside, but he can't really fault. I don't remember anything I could fault him for, but his assignment level was very low. The edge stuff, we just getting the ball out really quick. I don't know why these DCs like to put guys man coverage up in the grill of a hill one-on-one with nobody over the top of him. It is crazy. I don't know why week after week these DCs keep doing this. Really is the dumbest thing. I hope they keep on doing it. But overall, the offense had a little struggles early on, but it found its way. There's a poor defense. Like I said, the safeties were injured, so we had the backups in there. They really only have a linebacker. They had Burns on the edge and Derek Brown. This was not a good defense. But we were smart. That one play where Tua rolled out and he came back, I think it was to Hill, I think it was Waddle. That was a beautiful throw. That is one of the best throws I've seen from Tua in a long, long time. On the move, I mean. And he adds that stuff along with the other things. It's going to make him very, very, very tough to stop. And if you notice too, his boot outs are looking a little bit quicker. He's got a little more snap in his step. And what they would do is they did the fire blitzes from the side, and he would usually have problems with it. But he's been looking more nimble, more speedy, and delivering a football a lot nicer than he has in the past. I think Tua is getting better and better all around. I think it's his confidence, it's his health, and the situations are being dialed up. It's going to be very interesting to see how they can keep playing this boot out because he used to be a dead play. And so, Tua, I thought, had a really good game. You know, there was a little bit of pressure here and there, but overall, he navigated it well. So the offense played really, really good. I don't think there's really much left to see against these kind of teams. McDaniel, I thought he did, aside from that one little beginning there, he stuck with the ground game. He was patient with it, even though there was some problems early on. You could see the offensive line did have some problems here and there. I saw somebody say, yeah, we got to see more of this Jackson leading the way for the touchdown. You know, the kid he had a bad day in the run game, not bad day in the pass game. But on that boot out, with the touchdown towards the end, he ran past the guy that was supposed to be there. I think people are getting a little crazy, but we'll see. I hope it is what it is. This Eagles game, though, is going to tell us a ton about this offensive line. I don't know if they beat the Jets yet. I think they might. Who knows? But this will be a big week for us. It is basic. You know, going back through this tape, this film this week, it's going to be really about mistakes. I mean, we know what Hill can do. We know what Waddle looked really good this week. It's going to be interesting to see Chase Claypool. I think the thing with Chase Claypool, and I've been thinking about it, is having him out on the boundary. That 6'4", 230, driving guys off to keep that pocket on the edge for A-Chain and Mostert and Ahmed to get on the edge. This run game is critical. This run game fuels this offense, and that's why it's so spectacular this year. We've got to keep this run game going. I've been saying for a while the run game will fuel to it, and it has. And so I'm looking forward to see Chase Claypool, I think, this week. I'll go over the tape. But overall, guys, it's a chill day. We've got a good team. We've got an ultra-talented, fast offense. And the matchups are clear. Now, from the Eagles on, let's see a different series of matchups and see what we can do. We're in the best position possible. I thought 4-2 would be a great position for us at this point. And 5-1, it's exceptional. Now, let's see what happens this week. Hopefully, these injuries, Connor's back. Howard's back. Ramsey hopefully comes back this week. He's not, but So, guys, hope you had a great day. I did. It was very, very chill. We've got a good quarterback. We've got a good team. We've got a good defense getting there. We've got a good head coach. I believe we have a good defensive coordinator. The pieces are building. Let's see. This is very, very exciting, guys. Anyway, Curtis saying, catch you next time. Be well. Go Fins. Start building your own online sports book today by getting signed up with aceperhead.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.